Welcome to my slow and cozy evening. I'll be baking an apple crisp, unpacking new antique china, and decorating for a beautiful, relaxing tea time. Today I'm making a special dessert. It's called apple crisp, and I love making this around this time of the year. And as we get into September, I love apple desserts. This recipe is special because it comes from a cookbook that I got when I first got married, and this is part of Betty Crocker's. I bought this in 1997, so I guess you can say it's quite vintage, and it is a family favorite. And I've shared this before in another past video a few years back, but I never got to share how I make the entire recipe. So I wanted to share that with you today. Now that I've cut all my apples, I have them soaking in cold water, and I'm going to get started with the recipe. It's a very simple recipe. In fact, it's great for the kids to join in. It looks delicious, so I'm going to put this in the oven, and it's at 375 preheated. Very easy. This is going to bake for about 53 minutes. We have some time, so I thought we could go into the dining room and I could share about my grandma's Blue Willow dishes that I just got. I have quite a few boxes here, about 2 boxes of dishes, and I've been waiting to share with you a while. So the story goes, my grandmother's Blue Willow dishes finally got packed up, and it's been since 2012 since she passed away, so I haven't seen these for a while. My mom called me, and this was in the springtime, and she asked me if I was interested in looking at the dishes and if I wanted them. And right away I was so excited. I said yes, definitely. My uncle packed them up really nicely and took them to my mom's house, and then my mom asked me to come over, and I looked through them, and she said I really don't want these because I don't need them and they're not really her style. So she knows I love this, the china, and the blue and white also, and I've always wanted a blue and white dishes set, especially a teapot. So here it is, all nice and packed. I brought them home, and I've had them sitting in the garage for a while because I've been waiting to make this video to share with you all, because I knew you would be so excited as I am about this. And I thought it would be such a great way to enjoy tea with you using these dishes today for the first time with our apple crisp. First of all, there is a teapot. So I'm gonna wrap all this with you. My uncle wrapped this up so nice. He really did, so it would not get broken. It's like so much fun. Okay, there is something inside here. Okay, it's like treasures, right? So you're not gonna believe this. Okay, this, I think these here are the original. No way. I think these are the original blue stamps. No way. I don't know. I know my mom said that my grandma collected a bunch of blue stamps, and those were these things grocery stores would give out, and you could earn dishes and different things. Well, my grandma was going for this, so let me just show you. Okay, here we go. So I think they're like coupons, save $1. I don't know, these are green stamps or what they are. It says save $1, and they're all the different types of dishes that go in the collection. This is crazy. This was inside the teapot. So let's look inside the teapot, but that is a piece of history in itself. Okay, I am so excited. My grandma hid those inside of here. This is part of the Majestic collection, real old willow. And there's a stamp. So let me take the lid off so we can see the stamp together. Isn't that so exciting? Okay, so Blue Willow. Do you have Blue Willow? I think some of you said you might have some Blue Willow china collection. This is very unique. I've never seen one like this. I am so excited right now. This is the very first time I'm unpacking and seeing these, and I've been waiting. I've been waiting to have tea with these. Okay, so we're gonna wash these so we can have tea. All right, that's one. And then these, I'm gonna have to ask my mom about these. I mean, if you know about these, let me know in the comments. Then we have, I took this out really quick so you could see, but the tea set. So this is part of, this one says Churchill, England. Okay, so some of these I think are a mixture of different editions, maybe, not sure. And then I have this one too, so here's that. And so that's what the teacup and the saucer looks like. Oh my goodness, look at this, so exciting. Inside of here we have also, she has a bowl, so she collected the bowl. There's the stamp. And the traditional Blue Willow. So it's a beautiful bowl. Okay, could be like maybe a salad bowl or a soup. I'm gonna go into the treasure box. That's what I call this, my treasure box. And then I have a creamer. Look at how pretty that is, the creamer. Okay, there's the stamp. It says in Churchill, England. There's a whole stack. These are the saucers. Okay, so there's the saucers. I'm so excited. There is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 9. Looks like 9 saucers. There's quite a few here. All the teacups are at the bottom of the box. Okay, so I feel like these are finger bowls. They look really tiny. I'm thinking of putting them in here and maybe taking my pink dishes in China and kind of maneuvering things and putting them like in my kitchen. I'm not sure. You tell me what I should do. Okay, so let's look at these. Look at how beautiful. It has total Asian influence with the little finger bowl. I can see this like a soup bowl, like, right? Is that a soup bowl? Like a little, I'm thinking this has to be it. So if you know, I'm gonna be investigating and researching, of course, but there's a lot. So my grandma has a lot of these. I used to always love going to her house. Like I said, this whole channel is inspired by my grandma. That was her little pink house. That's why it's Little Pink Casa. A little Spanglish because that's what we are. We're bilingual, but we're also like, got the English and Spanish going on. So I thought it was cute, Little Pink Casa. And of course I have to showcase these dishes because she's the one that inspired all of this. In fact, I just wanted her to be honored in tribute because she made such a big difference in my life as a homemaker. Everything she did. Okay, here are the teacups, some more, and they're marked on the back. So beautiful Blue Willow. I love the teacups. They're so unique. There's a lot of oh, here's some more. This looks like a coffee cup. This looks like a coffee type mug. Okay, here's the stamp too. I can't tell if it's upside down. It says Churchill, England. This looks like a coffee mug, like a coffee maybe cup. And then there's lots of those. There are lots of teacups in here. I'm gonna do another video where I'll just showcase everything, but this was just kind of a fun little unbox with me. Looks like this is a sugar bowl. Beautiful. Okay, we got the sugar bowl right here. So I love this. This is beautiful. And again, the mark, Churchill, England. So that is gorgeous. So we have the teapot, the sugar bowl, the creamer. She has a cute little porcelain figurine. Everything that was in the china is in here. So cute. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm so excited. This is so unbelievable. There's quite a few plates. I think there's enough for 8. And this is exciting. Here's the plate. There's the stamp. And then the plate. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that pattern. This is amazing. And then I just can't wait to set the table now. We are gonna set a pretty table, blue and white table today. And then these are, I don't know, like little tiny plates. I feel like maybe it could be a dessert plate. And then there's a stamp there. So beautiful. I think what'd be nice now is to set a pretty table and have the apple crisp with you and some tea. One thing I loved to do when I was a little girl was help my mom set the table. And I'm feeling a little nostalgic as I set this table with my grandma's beautiful Blue Willow china. She always kept this china in her china cabinet. I remember walking through her front door and running all the time into the dining room. She had a beautiful crystal chandelier, and I always felt so rich, and I thought, oh, this is such a beautiful room. Even though my grandma's house was really small, I feel like that was her treasure. And even though she never used this china that I remember, I'm so happy that today I can use it, treasure it, and be able to keep it and pass it on to my daughter. It's time for tea, and it's a cozy night. I'm going to do lavender tea, and I love this blend. So I thought lavender would be a perfect tea to go along with our blue and white dishes. So our apple crisp is done, everything's set, the table looks beautiful, and I am so happy that you were able to enjoy this with me tonight, our cozy night at home. And like always, I served you a cup of tea. It's beautiful lavender, very soothing and calming for a cozy night in. And we get to break in my grandma's Blue Willow china together. This truly was a special evening. I'm so glad you got to spend it with me. And now my family has a wonderful dish to eat for dessert tonight. I encourage you to try the recipe. I will put it down in the description box below for you. If you enjoy these slow and cozy videos, I have another one that you can watch right here, and I know you will enjoy that too.